Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's explainer. So, step right on into our virtual chemistry lab. I want you to imagine test tubes, beakers, and these really cool, colorful molecular models all around you. Because today, we're going on a fantastic animated adventure to discover a very special element. Whether you're a Class 10 science student gearing up for exams, or honestly, just someone curious about the world, you are totally in for a treat. We're going to look at chemistry in a completely different way, a way where the elements themselves actually come to life to tell you their stories. But hey, before we bring out our main character, I want to hook you with a quick question. What is the single most abundant element in the entire universe? I'll give you a hint. It is also the lightest element known to us. If you were to look out into the stars and galaxies, they are absolutely filled with tiny atoms of this exact element. Do you have a guess?
Section 1. Meet hydrogen, the first element.
Okay, let's dive right in and reveal the answer. Meet hydrogen. I want you to picture hydrogen as this cute, super energetic little character with a brightly glowing H right on its body. And hey, notice that glowing number 1? Hydrogen proudly holds the atomic number 1. But what does that actually mean for a little friend? Well, it means that hydrogen has exactly 1 proton in its nucleus. Literally just 1. And in its most common form, it also has just 1 single electron orbiting around that nucleus. It is the absolute simplest, lightest atomic structure we have. This single proton and single electron, that's what defines who hydrogen is right at its core. And this brilliantly illustrates how hydrogen behaves in the real world. We start with this single hydrogen atom, just H, but under ordinary conditions, hydrogen actually exists as a gas. And here is a very important secret for you. Hydrogen atoms do not like to be alone. Nope, they love to join up in pairs. Imagine 2 of our cute hydrogen characters holding hands. When they join together, they proudly say, "We are H2." So whenever hydrogen exists as a gas molecule, its formula is H2. Section 2. Enter oxygen, the perfect partner. Suddenly, a brand new character enters our lab. Let's give a really warm welcome to oxygen. Let's check out oxygen's stats. Oxygen introduces itself pretty simply. Its chemical symbol is O, and its atomic number is 8. Now, our curious little friend hydrogen looks at oxygen and asks the ultimate chemistry question, right? Oxygen, what happens when you and I combine? And oxygen, with a huge smile, replies, "We can form water." So the absolutely crucial point here is how this incredible transformation actually happens. Let's break down the chemical reaction step by step. Step 1, we start with 2 of our paired up hydrogen molecules. We write that as 2H2. Step 2, we bring in 1 oxygen molecule, written as O2. And step 3, they come together, they join forces, and boom, water droplets appear and water is actually formed. The equation for the whole shebang is 2H2 plus O2 becomes 2H2O. And just like that, a cute new blue character appears in our story, water. Water introduces itself saying, "Hello, my chemical formula is H2O." It explains that it contains both hydrogen and oxygen. Exactly 2 hydrogen atoms have combined with 1 oxygen atom to form a single water molecule. As hydrogen would say, it's just amazing that even ordinary, everyday water has such a fascinating chemical story behind it. Section 3. Hydrogen and combustion, releasing clean energy. Let's transition back to hydrogen for a second, because beyond just making water, it is actually highly combustible in a safe, controlled way. Take a really close look at this equation. It looks familiar, right? When hydrogen burns in oxygen, water is formed. We see 2H2 plus O2 becomes 2H2O. But notice what is added at the very end there, plus energy. This chemical reaction releases a really significant amount of energy. And because the only byproduct is water, no carbon, no harmful greenhouse gases, this is exactly why scientists today are studying hydrogen as a possible clean energy carrier for the future. It's a real game changer. Section 4, a special place at the top of the periodic table. With all these amazing properties, let's guide our attention over to the giant periodic table in our lab. Look at where hydrogen is standing. Let's summarize exactly why it sits on that throne at the very top. We know the symbol is H and the atomic number is 1. But crucially, because it has only 1 electron, its electronic configuration is simply 1.
Hydrogen will tell you itself. Because I have only one electron, I can show interesting similarities with some other elements, but I also have completely unique properties of my own. It truly is one of a kind.
Section 5. Quick Class 10 revision. Let's test your memory.
Okay, so we have learned a lot about our glowing little friend today. We are going to do a fun rapid-fire chemistry quiz right now to see just how much of hydrogen's story you've locked into your memory for those board exams. Are you ready? Here is your very first question. Think back to the very beginning of our adventure. What is the chemical symbol for hydrogen? I'll give you a second.
That's right, it's H, just a simple capital H. Great job.
Moving on to question number 2. What is hydrogen's atomic number? Think about its protons and electrons. Exactly. The atomic number is 1. It is number 1 on the periodic table for a reason, right? Let's hit question 3. Remember how we said hydrogen atoms don't like to be alone under ordinary conditions? They like to hold hands. So what is the molecular formula of hydrogen gas? Yes, it is H2. Always remember those two little atoms joining forces. And for our final quiz question today, let's see if you remember what happens when hydrogen meets oxygen. What is the formula for water? H2O. Excellent. If you got those right, hydrogen is absolutely cheering for you right now. Keep this up and you will for sure ace your Class 10 science exams. You are truly becoming a chemistry champion. As all our characters, hydrogen, oxygen, and water, gather together, we want to leave you with this really important thought. Remember, chemistry is not just about memorizing dry formulas from some textbook. It's about listening. Whenever a new element or compound enters your studies, try to understand its properties, see how it reacts with others, and learn its narrative. Chemistry becomes incredibly easy, and honestly, super fun when the elements tell their own stories. Which brings us to our final, somewhat provocative question. If a simple little element like hydrogen holds the power to create the water we drink and potentially provide clean energy for our entire future, what other incredible secrets are the rest of the elements on the periodic table waiting to tell you? Consider the periodic table not as a boring chart to be memorized, but as a map to an exciting adventure waiting to be explored. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.